Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the sanitarium, Grace and Finn reappraisal what she did to Liam. She begs him to keep this their secret. Please, Finn. Grace demurs that the bookies were coming after her and her daughters. Finn asks, what about Liam's daughters? He points out they may want further plutocrat. Grace is certain that won't be and pleads to keep her medical license. Please, don't tell a soul. Finn doesn't indeed know who he's looking at right now and rants about her using Liam. Grace reprises she was trying to save her children. In case we forgot, she goes over what Reese did to Hope and Liam times agone. Finn tells her she did the same thing. She let Liam believe he was dying. He can't keep quiet about this. Finn tells Grace, you need to confess. Liam will be fussing that his cancer will come back. Grace pleads for further time she'll lose her license and go to captivity. She sobs that she'll do anything for his silence. Finn eventually says he won't tell Liam, but, psych. You are. At Bill's place, Hope gets off the phone and updates Liam on Ridge saving Brooke after a boat crash in Italy. Talk turns to Bill doting on him and Liam says he's proven he'd do anything for him in a million different ways. Hope's stunned to hear he spent $1 million bones for the surgery and wired it to Dr. Buckingham the moment she asked. Sheila's gaping off into space. Deacon eventually gets her attention, and she complains that she can't get a response from Lee. Why won't she tell her where Luna is and let her pay her felicitations? Cleric tells his woman that Luna is gone and it's a good thing she's out of their lives. The stylish thing she can do is put this out of her mind. Having no idea what's going on over at Lee's, Deacon promises Sheila her granddaughter isn't coming back. At Lee's place, she strokes Luna's hair and asks her to hold on. I won't let this be the end for you. Lee realizes her bastard/granddaughter needs further drug. She doesn't want to leave her, but she has to make a run to the sanitarium. She's determined to give her the alternate chance she should have had. Cleric now decides he doesn't want to beget Sheila presently pain than she's formerly in. Sheila knows. Stroking his face, she decides she's going to find Finn, reminding him Steffi's out of city. Although she thinks they may get along since the firing. Cleric sensations at this. He warns that Sheila needs to hear the voice of reason. No bone is ever going to see her again. Sheila walks into Lee's empty office and April the lab tech appears to tell her Dr. Finnegan has taken a leave of absence from the sanitarium. Sheila cozies up to April and asks if she can help her detect Luna's remains and muses that Luna's death must have affected Lee further than she allowed. At this very moment, Lee is leaving her house to head to the sanitarium. Sheila prods April to find out what they've done with Luna's remains. April checks on the system and finds out there's no record. She exits and Sheila's about to follow when Lee enters. They crash into each other and specifics slip from Finnegan's handbag. As Lee scrambles to collect the meds, Sheila asks her to please tell her, where is my granddaughter? At Bill's place, Hope's trying to wrap her mind around Bill wiring the plutocrat to Grace before the procedure. Just also, Finn and Grace come by. She wants to leave because Liam has a caller, but they take to gushing about her saving his life. They owe her so much. Hope makes sure to let her know how hard it was for her and Steffi, knowing their girls were going to lose their father. It's a phenomenon. Liam thanks Grace for her courage. Grace doesn't earn it. You have no idea what's really going on then. Finn says, go ahead, Grace. Tell them. Tell Liam the verity about his brain cancer. Finn taking charge to uncover exactly what Grace really did to Liam, Lee determined to bring Luna back, and Eric prompting Ridge to take action with Brooke before he loses her to Nick, but is it formally too late? Finn was relieved to learn that Liam's inoperable brain excrescence was suitable to be removed via an experimental surgery. But when the MRI reviews showed absolutely no trace of the cancer left, he began to suspect this was too good to be true and started to probe, determined to figure out exactly what happened. Knowing that Grace, the croaker, who both diagnosed Liam's fatal excrescence and proposed the special procedure to remove it, was the key. He confronts her. With her back over against the wall, Grace comes clean and pleads, "We can keep this between us." Stunned, Finn is spooked that a fellow croaker would ask him to lie to a case. "Are you really asking me to cover you?" he angrily responds. Finn forces Grace to come with him to see Liam, where she can reveal the whole verity straight to her case's face. With Hope visiting, Liam is surprised to see Dr. Buckingham. "Tell Liam the verity about his brain cancer," Finn orders. "Go ahead, Grace." Liam's eyes widen as he prepares for the worst, not knowing exactly what she's about to confess. As far as everyone is concerned, Luna is dead and gone, but Lee is intimately keeping her granddaughter alive at home just as she did with her son, Finn, times agone. "Hold on, Luna," the croaker says gently as she strokes the girl's hair as she lies unconscious in the bed. "I wouldn't let this be the end of you." While Finn's family and musketeers were thrilled to learn that Finn had actually failed after being shot by Sheila, when the verity comes out that Luna is still among the living, the response will probably be much lower enthusiastic. And given Sheila's determination to mourn her granddaughter, and her obligingly for details, it could mean the verity will be coming out sooner rather than latterly. Eric was formerly annoyed at Nick pursuing Brooke again, indeed following her and the Forrester creation platoon to Italy. But once he saw that the Joe had an engagement ring, Eric prompted Ridge to cut his family off at the pass. "I saw a ring," the Forrester primogenitor informs his son. "I suppose he's gone na propose." By the jetties, Ridge runs up only to see Nick pulling down in a boat with Brooke reclining on the reverse. "Logan," he calls out, crying into the wind and drowned out by the cornucopia. Brooke looks pleased and smiles up at Nick as he drives them out onto the ocean for a romantic voyage. But on reinforcement, Ridge looks frustrated. Has he decided that he still loves Brooke and wants her reverse? Or does he just not want Nick to have her? And is there any way to stop the offer now? Lee is playing God and keeping her bastard, Luna, alive while telling the rest of the world that the youthful annihilation wreaker is dead. Since the moment Lee blazoned that Luna had passed down, which vented on July 10th, she has been acting distrustfully, and numerous suckers clocked her out of character jest. Similar as defending Luna's murderous band when she'd had nary a kind word for Luna when she was alive, and being vague about her burial plans, not to mention how she got antsy every time Luna's name was mentioned. Longtime observers had seen this kind of jest from the deserter croaker. Ahead. Back in April 2022, Sheila tried to kill Steffi in a dark alley, but rather the notorious Ms. Carter shot her natural son, Finn, who stepped in front of the pellet to cover the woman he loved. Everyone was told that Finn had failed that night, but in verity, his consanguineous mama, Lee, had copped him down from the sanitarium to watch for him herself. She virtually conscious him back to life through sheer determination and inexhaustible care. Her conduct were revealed on in May of that time. Finn was actually still alive, thanks to Lee's plots. Ultimately, Sheila and the rest of the world set about what Lee had done. Lee entered a room with a box full of medical inventories. She precisely unloaded the particulars and placed them on the office beside her. She turned her attention to a curtain, which she pulled back to reveal a secret sanitarium setup, complete with observers and stage. Lee compartmented a number into the machine and watched precisely what happened next as she acclimated the nethermost portion of the bag on the stage. She also walked to the bottom of the bed to take in the astonishing sight before her eyes. The camera sluggishly condemned down the bed to reveal that it was Luna who was hooked up to the machines.